Okay, so I'm here with a young lady who's come to the UKIP and the anti-racism march. Hello, what's your name, please?
Karolin.
And Karolin, I heard you speaking earlier. What were you saying?
Well, we somehow managed to be in the park while the UKIP demo was happening around the cenotaph, and so I basically said that I thought that what he was saying was untrue and was hateful and certainly not in the spirit of Southampton, where people are welcome. We've got people from a multitude of countries and races who come to Southampton, and we live peacefully. And I just don't think that stirring up this kind of hatred for certain people is at all helpful.
So what was it that UKIP said that particularly upset you?
Well, they concentrate on being English. I mean, I'm English. I was born in England, but I feel like a world citizen. And in a time when we all need to break down barriers and talk to people from across the world and cooperate together in order to tackle all the difficult things that are happening in the world, like climate change and mass migration because of climate change, then this is really not helpful. This is causing people. People are obviously defensive. They're worried about what's happening, but the solution that he's proposing is really not a just and fair and friendly solution.
So one of the banner that UKIP had was mass deportations now, and UKIP was suggesting that would solve a lot of our problems. But you disagree with that? What? Okay, yes.
Because that's not the problem. The problem isn't that asylum seekers or refugees are taking resources. The resources have been taken by rich capitalists. I mean, why does Elon Musk need all that money? Um, he's taking money from these people. He's not giving it back to the services that are needed. Housing, all the things that these people feel they need for their children and themselves, they're not going to get it from hateful right wingers. They're going to get it from a just and peaceful and inclusive society, and that's what we need here, and what most of these people really do feel is what we want.
So UKIP would say that a lot of the people coming across on the boats aren't actually genuine refugees, but that they're economic migrants. What would you say to that?
To be honest, a lot of people have come to Southampton over the decades because they're economic migrants. Because sometimes if you can't get work or you're being persecuted in the country where you live, then you need to move somewhere else, and nobody gets on one of those boats putting their lives and their children's lives at risk because it's a positive choice. Then they're not coming to take away from other people. They're coming because they're desperate, and they want to support their families and their loved ones just in the same way that these people do. There should be no divide. We're all one society, one world, and that's what we need to promote.
And the other thing I heard you kept talking about was Islamism and the grooming gangs, and that there was concern about that. What comments would you make about the crisis with, or the grooming gang issue?
I think both sides are. I don't think you can separate when people feel scared, like these people do. I'm sure they 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 retreat to what they know and fight against others, and that happens across the world. It's not just white British people who are doing that, obviously. But the solution is not to have a war or separate everybody out into different countries. It's to talk to each other and to be friendly with each other and to make sure that everybody is provided for. And so this just isn't the solution.
Thank you very much for that. That was fantastic. You weren't sure whether you had anything to say, but you have a lot to say, and it's very good. Thank you.